You're getting a look at the most famous building in Foxborough. Opened in 2002, it's Gillette Stadium. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off and running from Gillette. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, the football's loose. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a gain of 22. And that's a New England first down. Wow, that was fast. Might be time to take a step back, and we just started this game. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths. Very first snap, and he nearly gave it away. That could have mentally taken them out of this game.
Yeah, for the player, a little bit easier to respond. For the coaches on the sidelines, that drives them crazy to see the ball on the ground. And we know how precious this ball is in this game. Got to take care of it.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Bronco switch, go!
Back to the well again. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stop for just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Smash, smash. Alert, alert. Panther Street, Panther Street.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Still well short after the 3-yard run. It's going to be 4th down and 6. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Caught by Freiermuth. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
West, sit. Here we go.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Angel. Here we go. You good.
Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 38 out of the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Fields to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Jump. Here we go. What's right? Hey, can. Go.
Fields out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Hey, can. Shot.
Harris. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
Here we go, son. Hey, can. Hurry up. Shot.
No run with Harris. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, sir. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Dicker connects there. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Street.
Lone back gets the handoff. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They send a man in motion. From the gun, it's May. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
Operating from the gun, here's May. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, they've got a 1st down here. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs.
Let's go. Hey, smash Bronco.
May on 1st and 10. Finds his running back, Andrick Estime. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D-tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Ready up.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
79 Bronco. Set. Ready. Big Lion. Go.
May now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Javon Baker. They get 22 on that one. And that's It's a New England first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
From the red zone now. This one taken in by Baker. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a second quarter lead. Javon Baker with the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is York to kick this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside.
Here we go, son.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Buys time, rolling right. Roman Wilson reels it in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now.
Hey, Cam. Don't jump, ready? Set.
From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First and 10 from the 41.
Cam. Here we go. Jim Smith. Right.
Fields throwing here. That's complete to Wilson. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a gain of 22. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty.
Here we go, son. Ready. Right.
Another throw for Fields. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. Then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Here we go. Easy.
motion here.
Go.
2nd and 15. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Fields now, 3rd and long. Gets this one to Harris. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Dicker connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. May now. On target to his man, Estime. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. To throw, here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Third and long for him here. He lofts it deep, right sideline. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And they'll down this one just beyond the midfield stripe. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now Fields. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. Now Boswell on to send this away. Has this at the 6. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. May looking to throw. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to the air. It's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. Run play only gets back to the line, and that'll bring up fourth down.
With the score, Steelers 13, Patriots 10.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now is York to kick this one away. Calvin Austin on the return. Return's looking good so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce into your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
They've got first down from the 31.
Yep.
They'll start with a give to Harris. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here we go.
Off play action, it's Fields. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Caught for big yards on the right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
Here we go.
Slot man motioned over. Play action, Fields. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hey, going out. We're going out right here. Hey, Terry. Go.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. He rolls to his right. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go, son.
Fields out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's right. Here we go, son. Right.
Trying to run in, Harris. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. It's second and goal. The Steelers calling their first timeout, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal.
Extend. Here we go. Right.
Harris goes up and over for the touchdown. The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game. Now Boswell on to send this away. He's got the squiver. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Here's second and 7. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Here he is on third and long. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Third and long, and that coordinator decides to dial up the pressure, and they get to the quarterback. You know why I love this call, Kate? It's not just because of the aggressive makeup, but you really dictate to that offense. Third and extra long is a great time to blitz because either you get home like that or the ball's got to come out way short of the sticks. Job well done defensively.
Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Steelers will take over possession. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Hey, Terry. Here we go. All right.
A pistol snap, Fields. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
This is Harris on second down. And a decent pickup. They're going to have it up at the 43 after that run. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here we go, son. All right.
Fields now on 3rd. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Fields on 1st down. He steps in and makes the interception. And the Patriots take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleased, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a New England 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Go, Reed, go.
May on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Check smash. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
May trying again here on 2nd. That's pulled in by the rookie out of Oklahoma. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go.
To the air on 1st down, May. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Head the street. Set go. Ready?
To the air yet again, May. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Street, set. 7 Pirates.
Working inside the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Go! Dragon 60! Go!
May now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
May now to throw on third. This throw is cut. And this one does not go far.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
The Patriots sending the field goal unit out for a try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. This is the end of the third quarter. And after that last-second score in the third, we'll resume play with a kickoff. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's at the 30. And they finally bring him down after a huge return into their territory.
I just love to see that. I love to see the momentum created out of a great special teams play. Look at the fist bumps. Look at the little pats on the butt. Look at the little more juice this offense has now. Set up with great field position.
Harris gets it on the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Up. Just, what's right? Hey, Ken. Right.
Here we go, second and very long. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
You got a mini base. Why not? Hey, Ken. Right.
Fields now, third and long. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. They connect on the deep shot. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Patriots 13. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10.
18, Pioneer. Come on.
From the gun, it's May. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and you get a little something coming out of it, too.
Let's go now.
From the 33 on second down. Completes this one to Baker. Give him 32 on that play. That's a New England first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Complete out to the right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. So that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
Okay, ready? Let's go. Check, hurt.
Back to the air. It's May. This one's caught. Touchdown, New England. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go. Good. Hey, Cam. Yep. Okay.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Reload. Set up. Check. Ready.
Hand off to the back. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
19 tight. Set. Ready. Quiet.
Operating from the gun, here's May. He's got him, that's McBride. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
Here's made in the air. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Ready? Mustang 19. Warrior 70. Ready?
Trying to throw for it with May. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steelers get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice game down to the 6. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
You got a mini base. Here we go. EQ. Angel. Right.
Here's Fields to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers making a 3-score game in the 4th. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Now Boswell on to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
19 Lion.
First down throw for May. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Patriots trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go.
Throwing is May. This one taken in by Baker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a New England first down. May now. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19, 16.
On play action, here's May. McBride hauls it in. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it sets up second down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Made a throw it. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. Javon Baker with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Johnson. Here we go, son. West right zip. Go.
Running behind center with Harris. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Hey, Ken.
Staying on the ground with Harris. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Pickup of 5 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Brock. What has been an incredible stretch of games for them. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Steelers are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.
say, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance, so it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Say, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less, say less.
Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less, say less,
Say less. Say less. Say less.
Yes, them alone.